Hello Year 6, welcome to today's math session where we're going to be revising percentages again. We're going to be doing this for today and tomorrow as well. So again, to get your brains warmed up and get ready for the day ahead, go and have a go at this Kahoot challenge. Now, again, I don't mind if you finish first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. The whole point of this is to get your brain working and get it ready for the day ahead, keeping those mental math skills fresh in your head. So please go and have a go at this Kahoot and see how well you can do. You're going to challenge against yourself in effect, okay? Now then, feel free to pause the video, have a go at these, okay? And see if you can find the percentage, the fraction, and the decimal relationship, okay? So pause the video and have a go at that. Okay then, are we ready? So 27% is the same as 27 over 100, okay? So 27 over 100, which is the same as 0.27, okay? 49%, well, that is the same as 49 over 100, which is the same as 0.49. 1%, very simply, 1 over 100, which is 0.01. And 125% is 125 over 100, which is 1.25, okay? Now, you may go, well, yeah, it's okay to know these, but why? Well, if you're ever faced with a question that says, okay, can you multiply this number by 0.49? You know that all you need to do is divide by 100 and times by 49, okay? All of these share the same relationship, okay? Now then, let's look at the actual percentage part. 36% of 142. Pause the video, have a go and try and solve this. Work it along, then press play and we'll go through it together. Okay then, are you ready? So 36% of 132. Well, 36% is the same as 36 over 100 of 142. And therefore, 142 divided by 100 and then multiplied by 36. Okay then. Well, next step, that is going to be 1.42, because 142 divided by 100 is 1.42, multiplied by 36. You could do this mentally, you could write down the grid method, the column method, whatever suits you. I'm just going to quickly change my colour and I'm going to do it at the side in the column method. So it is 1.42 multiplied by 36, okay? So that's here for you to see. Now I'm going to put my decimal place in the same thing, and if you want to be really clever, you can move the 36 over here, okay, to make it clear. But I'm okay with this, as long as my decimal place is in the same point. So 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1 is 25. And 6 times 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8. And then it comes to 30. Golden place value rule, okay? Keep that golden place value holder in there. So 0 straight in, because I'm not times by 3, I'm times by 30. So it's 0 there, and I can now do 3 times 2 is 6, decimal place in, okay? 3 times 4 is 12, carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. And I can then add them together. So I've got 8.52, add 42.60, or 42.6. Well, that's 2, that's 11, that's 11, and that is 5. Therefore, I can go back over here now. 1.42 times by 36 is 51.12. And there we go. 36% of 142 is 51.12. Solved. Voila. Okay then, let's have a look at the next one. Again, a word that I came across yesterday, okay? Decrease. Decrease £200 by 35%. Well, it's very, very key that you understand what decrease means. And it means go down. So this one is going to be subtracting. So I need to decrease £200 by 35%. Well, the first thing I'm going to have to do is to work out 35%. Pause the video, have a go, then do the decrease part, and then come back and let's work through it together. Okay then. So 35% is the same as 35 over 100 of £200. So my mathematics here is 200 divided by 100 multiplied by 35. Well, that's quite straightforward. 200 divided by 100 is 2 times by 35. I really don't need to do any working out for this one. I should be able to do it mentally. Okay, times by 2, so it's just doubling. So therefore, that is equal to 70. But I'm not quite yet finished. Because the question doesn't say find 35% of 200. No. It says decrease, go down. So therefore, I'm going to have to minus 200 minus 70 for my final step. So 200 minus 70. Okay, well technically it was in pounds as well, so I'm just going to quickly put them in there. 200 pounds, don't forget your units of measurement. It's not snails, not horses, it's not Akira's toenails, okay? It is pounds. So 200 pounds minus 70 pounds is equal to 130 pounds. Unit of measurement is in and correct. Okay then. Increase £125 by 21%. Again, have a think, okay? What am I going to have to do? Pause the video, try and work it out, and then press play and work through. Okay then, let's have a go. Are you ready? So I'm increasing here, which is going to be adding. Increasing goes up, okay? It gets bigger. So increase £125 by 21%. Well, I'm going to have to first find out 21%, which is 21 over 100, of £125. Okay then, so that is 125 divided by 100 multiplied by 21. Fairly straightforward. It's 1.25 times by 21. Okay then, again you could write this out, column methods, you could use grid methods, you could use mental, whatever works for you. Now, times by 1 is quite easy, it's going to be 21. Times by 0.25 is half and half again, okay, because it's a quarter. So I'm going to do it mentally, okay. So 1 times 21 is 21, and I need to add that to a quarter of 21. Well, half of 21 is 10.5, and half of 10.5, 5.25, okay. So 21 at 5.25 is 26.25, okay. 26.25. Have I finished? Of course I've not. I've got to increase this. So I'm going to now increase it, okay? And I'm going to do £125 plus 26.25 is equal to, okay? And don't forget your units of measurement. Not talking about houses, not talking about bricks, not talking about Yassine's amount of teeth, okay? I am talking about pounds. So £125 plus £26, 25. Again, you could use column method, you could do it mentally, whatever suits you. Well, I could do this mentally. 125 plus 26, that's 151. Plus my 0.25, and that just goes on the end there, okay? So there we go. Solved. Increase this by 21% is £151.25. Okay then. Now we're going to have a little bit of a look at some new maths. Now, there's only one group with one of these questions today, okay, and that is the squares group. Your final question is to do with this. But everybody else, you are not doing this today, but we will be talking about it in our morning Skype sessions. So pay close attention. Now, this is a question that you might often get asked. A greengrocer had some apples, and he sold 40% of the apples, and he's got 420 apples left. How many apples did he start with? So I can't really do my percentage work on this because I'm trying to work out what the whole total was, okay? I know he's got 60% left, okay? And I know he sold 40%, and that's from here. He sold 40%. So I know he sold this, and this is what I know he's got left, okay? So let's have a little look at the next step. I know that what he's got left, okay, because he sold 40% of the apples, but he's got 420 apples left. So 60% is equal to 420. So what would 100% be? Well, I can't just find 40% of this and then add it in because it wouldn't quite work, okay? So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to start to work a little bit backwards, okay? So if I know that 60% is equal to 420, I need to be able to work out either 40% and add them together, or I need to be able to work out 100% straight away. So what I can do here, if I know that 60% is equal to 420, I need to work out what 10% is. Well, if 60% is equal to 420, how do I get to 10%? 60% to 10%, well, I divide by 6. 6% divided by 6 is 10%. Okay then, so if I've divided this by 6, I'm going to have to divide this by 6. What is 420 divided by 6? 420 divided by 6 is, of course, 70. So I know that this 10% here, okay, is worth 70, okay? Notice I've gone backwards, okay? 10% here. So I can now use that 10% to help me find 100%. How many 10% in 100%? There's 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So 70 times 10 to find 100% is going to be, of course, 700. So there were 700 apples that he had. And I could check this by finding out what 40% was. Well, 10% is 70. I just worked that out. If I times that by 4 to get 40%, that would give me 280. If I had 280 and 420 together, I get 700. Voila, solved, okay? So you can see I've worked that backwards. I've used the information that I had to work out 10%, and then I've used 10% to then find out the 100%. And let's have a look at this one again on another question. So this one, a theatre is selling tickets for a show, and they sell 30% of the tickets, but they still have 560 left for sale. How many tickets were on sale to begin with? Here is your little chart. 30% sold, 560 left. How many tickets did they have to start with? Pause the video and have a go. See if you can solve this yourself. Okay then, are we ready? So here we go. All tickets, we don't know what that is. 30% have been sold and there's 560 left. Well, if 30% has been sold, that means that there's 70% left because 30 plus 70% is 100%. Okay, so 70% is equal to 560. And what I do here, I find my 10%. Well, if 70% is equal to 560, okay, that means to find 10%, I would need to divide by 7, okay? Because look, I can write that down here. I could if it hadn't just disappeared. Okay, let's go with that one again. Let's pull that back. Let's just write that down here. 70% is equal to 560. So to get from 70% to 10%, I need to divide by 7. So 560 divided by 7 is 80. So 10% here is 80. So to find 100%, I multiply this by 10. Okay, so 80 multiplied by 10 is 800. So therefore, they started with 800 tickets. Okay, so they're 800 tickets to start with. And it's working backwards through. Now, I'm keen to stress, this is not in triangles or circles work. It's only in the squares work today on your final question. But we will be doing this on our morning Skype session, okay? Now then, your work for today, answer the questions on your sheet, okay? Squares is there, triangles 1 and 2 are there. Remember, you have got one of those tricky questions at the end, and circles. Answer the questions from your sheets. Usual percentage work that we've been doing in the last couple of days. There are extension activities on Study Ladder. Apologies, I keep forgetting how to speak. And today, all work needs to be sent to me before 3 p.m. Okay, so you must send me your maths work today, and it needs to be sent to me before 3 p.m. I will speak to you more about this morning in our daily Skype sessions. Have a wonderful lesson year 6, and if you need any help, send me a message and I will get back to you as quickly as possible.